if it works. If it works. Alright? So I have a jar of water. No. So this is a piece of paper. Now let me just ask you a question. If I told you you could walk through this piece of paper, what would you say? Yeah, you can't. You can't walk through this piece of paper. You can walk under it, right? You can walk under it, but you can't walk through it, can you? I know. But if I could make you walk through it, it'd be kind of a miracle, wouldn't it? Right here in front of everybody, but make you walk through the paper, right? Alright, that'd be pretty cool, right? Okay, so let's just see if we can do that. So I'm going to take this paper, I'm going to fold it in half. This is a coronavirus-free paper. Just want to let everybody know, okay? And we're going to fold it in half, like this. And then I'm going to take my coronavirus-free scissors, and I'm going to begin to cut the paper, like this. Okay? And I'm going to do this all the way up and down the paper. Hold on. Yeah, that's what it's going to look like in a minute. So it's going to look like this. Okay? And then I'm going to make another cut at the edge of the fold on the one side, leaving the top one and the bottom one. Okay? This is not my idea. I should have said, I sat up for 24 hours trying to figure this out. Like you sat over there. And then what you have is this. And you'll find if it works. Now stand up. And I'm going to let you go through the paper. Step up. There it is. And now you have walked through the paper. That's kind of what a miracle is. When you think something can't happen, and it does. Okay? When things are presented to us in such a way that we're confined by physics, we're confined by science, and yet Jesus does something that is totally unexpected. And that's what we're going to be reading about today. Here, you can take this. This is free reading. Okay? Let's have a prayer here. Let's fold our hands together. God, we give you thanks for Joey. He's such a wonderful young man. Bless him and keep him. And we give you thanks for simple things like paper and scissors that help us learn something about the gospel and what Jesus does. Bless us and keep us now, and may we help him learn in his faith. And everybody said? Amen. Okay, so we're going to read from that passage that is printed in your bulletin. I'm going to try for the first time in a long time to get up the stairs. That's not too bad. You know what's really funny thing? So, I just put the printed bulletin, and I will do this for as long as necessary. Just put the passage in the bulletin so we don't have to worry about touching things. It is from John 2, very familiar passage. Let's read it together. On the third day, a wedding took place at Cana in Galilee. Jesus' mother was there, and Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. When the wine was gone, Jesus' mother said to him, "They have no more wine." "Woman, why do you call me?" Jesus replied, "My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Nearby stood 6 stone jars, the kind used by the Jews for ceremonial washing, each holding from 20 to 30 gallons. Jesus said to his servants, "Fill the jars with water." So they filled them to the brim. Then he told them, "Now draw some water out and take it to the master brings out the choice wine first, then the cheating wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you have saved the best till now. What Jesus did here in Cana of Galilee was the first of the signs through which he revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him. So we're in a series called The Portraits of Jesus, and we are specifically looking at the Gospel of John and seeing the ways in which we see Jesus painted. And we've looked at Jesus as the bread of life, and we looked at last week at Jesus as the living water. And this morning we're going to look at a very well-known picture of Jesus, the picture of Jesus at the wedding of Cana, or Jesus when he turned water into wine. And if you look at the bulletin cover, you will see a very famous piece of work by Paolo Veronese, and it is of the water, Jesus turning water into wine. It is located in the Louvre, and people almost always walk past it, even though it is 22 feet by 32 feet. Okay? And the reason why people walk past it and don't notice it is it sits opposite the Mona Lisa. So everybody goes in and looks at the Mona Lisa, and then they move on to something else. And if they just turn around, they would see this wonderful, wonderful work. It turns out that this is the most expensive painting in the Louvre. So it's a very important one for us to look at. And it's called Jesus, the Miracle Worker. So as we prepare to look at that story that we just read and apply it to our painting here, I just want to mention that a number of years ago I took a course which was known as CPE, stands for Clinical Pastoral Education. And one of the things that you learn in CPE is that when you're talking to people in a counseling kind of setting, there are often not one story, but two stories. There's the story on the surface that is very easy to hear. It's the story the person is trying to relate to you. But then there's another story that sits alongside it that is not spoken about. It's called the meta story, M-E-T-A. And the meta story gets its name from the Greek prefix meta, which means, one of the many things it can mean, is alongside. So you have the story, and you have the story alongside the story. And those stories are said with the same set of words, and what you try to do as a CPE trained person is to listen for the meta story, because that's really what the person is concerned about. They're trying to hide it by talking about something that's obvious, but really they're concerned about something deeper. And so it takes a lot of listening and training to do. And that's exactly what we have here in this story of Jesus turning the water into wine. We have the story of the wedding at Cana, and then we have that which is alongside it, which we want to see revealed. And the story begins, or the picture, the portrait of Jesus as the miracle worker begins with the words, on the third day. Well, now that's already an open invitation to understanding that there is a meta story here. The words on the third day are kind of signal words, kind of code words that refer to what? The resurrection. And all Christians would have known this. We even know it. So when we read, on the third day, even though that's descriptive of when something took place, we already know that in John's mind there is something different alongside this that we're going to be needing to listen to. And what we see is that this on the third day means that we have to look at this passage in what is called messianically. So you can see in that word messianic, the word Messiah, which is Jesus, the anointed one, the king, the promised, expected Messiah, or Christ. And so on the third day, it alerts us that this story is in some way going to relate to the fulfillment of God's promises. Okay, in some way it's going to do that. And C.S. Lewis says of the miracle stories in the Gospels that miracle stories are written in small letters, but are really about something in larger letters that God has already done or will do. Okay, so that's his way of saying there's a meta story here. And so if we look at this story as it begins and we look backwards messianically, we can come to Isaiah 62:5, where we see the words, "As a bridegroom rejoices over a bride, so will your God rejoice over you." Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. All right, so the whole thing about God and his relationship with his people is referenced in terms of a wedding setting. If we look forward, we can find Revelation 19:9, "Blessed are those who are invited to the wedding supper of the Lamb." Oh, okay. So on the third day, Jesus is at this wedding, and in some way, this story is going to reference and bring us forward to understanding and celebrating our time in the future with God in heaven. So on the third day, all that stuff that goes through our heads already, a wedding took place. Now, in order to understand what we're talking about here, we have to understand that weddings in Jesus' time are very different than weddings in our time. And they differ in two basic respects. The first is that a Western wedding is a wedding that emphasizes the bride, right? The groom, he doesn't even have to show up. It's really about the bride. Susan watches this show. My daughters say yes to the dress, you know, and that's a good. I mean, that's the emphasis. It's on the woman who gets dressed. She's looking for this perfect dress to appear at the wedding, and you know, it was the same when our daughter got married. It was all about the bride. The other thing that Western weddings have is a reception. The reception usually occurs pretty much right after the ceremony and lasts for, I don't know what, 3 hours, 4 hours? I mean, ours, when our daughter Siobhan got married, people were having so much fun that we actually paid for an extra hour. But after that extra hour, you're done. The waitresses come around, they pick up the bottles of wine, they pick up the cheesecake plates, and everybody goes home. Eastern weddings are different. Eastern weddings, the emphasis is on the groom, not on the bride. Okay? And in Eastern weddings, they don't have a party for a couple hours. They really don't have a party. In Eastern receptions, in Jesus' time, they last a minimal of 3 days. But they can last as long as 7. So you can understand that if it's going to be 3 to 7 days, there's a lot of planning, there's a lot of preparation, there's a lot of food, and there's a lot of details. And at this wedding, we find that Jesus' mother is there. Okay, this is not any big deal. Mary obviously has a place of prominence at this wedding because she goes to Jesus with a problem that she has become aware of. And that place of prominence makes us begin to wonder, well, whose wedding is this? And scholars tend to think that it was probably one of Jesus' siblings. Okay? I mean, Jesus was the firstborn, but he had brothers and perhaps even a sister. So Mary is here. Let's assume that these scholars are correct. She is here because she's the mother of either the bride or the groom. Okay? And so, as the mother of the bride and the groom, she's going to want to make sure that everything goes great, whether it's on day 1 or day less. Right? You know, this is just normal stuff. And so we find that Jesus, if it's his sibling, this is obvious, Jesus is invited to this wedding, and his friends are invited to the wedding. So it's the disciples who are here, Jesus and his friends. They don't necessarily know anybody else other than Jesus at this wedding, but they are there and to participate. And I get this, you know, when I was in a fraternity in college, and one of the guys would get married, the fraternity would customarily be invited. And so you'd all show up, and we had blue blazers that we had a little crest of our fraternity on the pocket, and that's how you knew who we were. So I don't know how the disciples, you know, people know that Jesus' disciples are his, but in some way everybody gets a feeling for this because they're the ones hanging around Jesus. You know? So he's there with his mother and his friends, and his mother comes to him with a problem. Okay, nobody wants a problem in weddings, and this one is rather big. The wine has run out. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, I've done a lot of parties, been a lot of weddings, and the last thing anybody wants is for the wine and liquor to run out. You know, that you just don't have that. You really want enough to go around. And the implication, although it's not said here, is you got to ask the question, well, why did it run out? And there's 2 answers to that question. The first is, it lasted, the wedding reception lasted longer than Mary and everybody else anticipated. Maybe they planned on a 4-day wedding, and like our reception with our daughter, they needed to go an extra day. People were having such a good time, and that made the wedding run out. But there's another plausible explanation, and that is signaled by the fact that Jesus' friends are there. Okay? His friends are invited, and they drink a lot. And so the reason why the wine has run short is because Jesus' friends are just having a great time. And once again, I get it. Because all those weddings I went to the fraternity brothers, it's an open bar. And you put a bunch of fraternity guys in front of an open bar, and there's going to be a good time. Okay? Won't say anything further. That's enough. You know, the same was that my brother, when he got married on a boat. And it went from, I don't know, someplace in Raritan out to the Statue of Liberty, then turned around and came home. And it was, you know, an open bar. And they closed the bar because people were drinking too much. They were losing too much weight. You know, that's what happens. You know, when people are celebrating, people are drinking, and that's just the way it is. Here, problem, no more wine. And so Mary, as assuming that she's the mother of the bride and the groom, comes to the oldest son and says, "Son, we have a problem." And he turns to his mother and he says, "Dear woman, why do you involve me?" Now, that may seem to us to be a rather odd, if not rude, thing to say to your mother. I mean, I can think of if my mother came to me, it doesn't even have to be a wedding. My mother came to me and said, "Ken, there's a problem here, and the garbage needs to be taken out." And I said, "Woman, why do you ask me about that? My father would have killed me." You know, my life would have ended right there at that instant. The interesting thing here is we're not talking Western culture, we're talking Semitic Eastern culture. And in that culture, this is an appropriate statement. It's a standard common statement. So we can't read into it and take our culture and place it onto Jesus. Jesus is just inquiring, kind of saying, well, what can I do about it? And he responds next after asking that question with a statement to his mother. Now remember, this is the mother that knows that she's been visited by angels, right? She knows who Jesus is. Maybe his siblings don't, maybe the townspeople don't, the disciples surely don't. She does. And he says to her something she would understand. My time has not yet come. Ah, okay. So Mary now knows there's something going on other than this as well. And we get an understanding that there are two types of time. Do you remember what they are? There is chronos, which is chronological time, time on a watch, time on a calendar. And then there's kairos time, the time in which God feels it is appropriate to reveal his plan or to reveal who he is. And Jesus is simply saying to his mother, Mom, I'm not on chronos, I'm on kairos. So what he says next, what his mother says, having heard this from him, and wanting to respect that he's on kairos and not chronos, says to the servants who are nearby, look, just do whatever he says. And she walks away. Because that's what you need to do at a wedding. You can't take on every responsibility. Whenever I counsel couples in marriage, I always say to the bride and the groom, who in attendance can you point to if something needs to be done? Not your mother, not your fathers, but who can you point to? So that when someone comes to you and says, hey, there's no more wine, you can say, go talk to Mom. You know? Because I'm enjoying myself, and I should not be bothered by this. And that's what Mary does. She goes to Bob, and then she leaves. Bob happens to be her son. Okay? And so he's got this problem which he needs now to address. And then we find out, John informs us of a piece of information, that nearby stood 6 jars of, empty jars that were used for purifying the body. And again, we don't have much understanding of this, and each jar would have held about 20 to 30 gallons. This is a lot of water that would be used, because when you enter a house, especially when you enter a house for an occasion such as this, water by the hose is provided for you to wash your hands, to wash your head, to wash your feet, and get all this so that you are ready to come into the banquet room. It is a purification ritual that is required by the law. And so in Exodus, we find that Moses is told by God, you shall also make a basin of bronze to wash with, and Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and feet with it. Okay? So all the washing is modeled after what Moses and Aaron were required to do. So the servants, in full view of the disciples and Jesus, they go over and they fill the jars with water. And then we get this other thing that they not only just filled with water, how are they filled? They're filled to the brim. And what that means is that if you've ever seen something filled to the brim, it's kind of like sloshing over the top. And this detail is included by John to make it very clear to everybody who reads the story. They put water in the jar. All right? We know that. We saw the water going into the jar. And just make sure that it wasn't a little water in the jar was half wine. We saw the water overflowing out of the jars. Okay? And we know that it was water. And then Jesus says something very curious. He says, well, now draw some of that water and take it to the banquet master. Okay, the banquet master is kind of the head maitre d' of the affair. Mary, maybe the mother of the bride, or an important guest, but it's the maitre d' who he goes to, the master of ceremonies. And he takes this wine and he sips it, and lo and behold, it's not only wine, but it is good wine. And I don't know about you, but can you taste the difference between a bottle of Ripple and or Thunderbird You know, I mean, Thunderbird is the kind of stuff you put in your gas tank when you run out of gas to get your car going. And a nice bottle of Merlot. You know, there is a difference. And the banquet master, he knows the difference. And he knows the difference because he knows that at these kinds of affairs, the tendency is to serve the good wine first. And then when people get, and he says when they consume so much, let's make that a little bit clearer. When they get plowed, you know, then they serve the crappy wine because, you know, your taste buds aren't going to move. That's what the normal process is. And this banquet master says, ha, this is fantastic. Look at the bridegroom, not Jesus. See, the master of ceremonies has no idea where the wine came from. All he knows is that the problem he had, which he told Mary about, has been solved. And it's been solved in a way that surprises him, that this wonderful wine has been saved until last. And so he then doesn't go to Jesus. Who does he go to? Goes to the bridegroom and compliments the bridegroom. Jesus doesn't get complimented. He's the one that does the miracle, but he doesn't get complimented. Okay? And he says, you are a masterful bridegroom. You are fantastic. You have done something that I've never seen anybody else do in a wedding day. And then from there, the passage ends fairly quickly. We have John alluding to the fact that there is a meta story going on here. The last verse reveals three particular things. And the first is that this is the first miracle sign of Jesus that he performs. So it's the first occasion on which the small letters reveal the larger letters of who he is. Now there will be other miracles in the Gospels. This is the first. And it's the first because it's designed for one small group of people. Not the guests, not Mary, not the servants, but the disciples. They need something firm to follow Jesus. You know, he's saying things that sound good. Now I need something to grab hold of. And that's the miracle that is performed here. The second thing that we learn is that Jesus revealed in this small letter story, the miracle, the large letter story, the meta story of his glory. He reveals to them that he really is the Messiah. The Messiah will be known by signs and wonders, and he has given them a sign. Okay, they say to themselves, we're ready to go. The third thing is that they believed. Okay? They believed him and they followed him. So it's important that this story happened. So do you get the fact that here's the story of wedding Cana, and there's nothing to do with that. It has all to do with them becoming followers of Jesus. And I think there is good news here in this story. I think we can say that in the same way that Jesus transforms the ordinary water into really hospitable, very good wine, that's what he does to you and me. He takes our ordinary lives that are not fermented, that could be impure, and he changes them. And he transforms our lives into good wine. In a similar way, we have to understand that what Jesus did is important because wine was important. Wine was more important than water. You know why? Because you can't trust water. But you can trust wine because it's been purified. Okay? So during that purification, you take out all the impurities that could make you sick. I think the good news here is that's what God does with us in Christ Jesus. God, pouring this new wine into us, removes the impurities from our lives, our tendency to sin, and brings us into the newness of life. I think the good news is also that it helps us to understand that Jesus is the bridegroom. He's the one who was resurrected from the dead, and he is the bridegroom of the banquet in heaven. And so, not only do we celebrate what God does for us here, I think in large letters, we look forward to that day when we too will sit at the great banquet of heaven with great wine and Jesus as the bridegroom and the church, and we are the lambs of God. You see how this works? You know, I think all that news is good. And I think that's good news on this Sunday, when there are many in our valley, maybe some even in our congregation, who fear. Jesus transformed. And Jesus is working, the Spirit of God is working even this day in our church, in our congregation, in our community, in our world. We just have to catch and listen to that meta story behind the virus. Okay? What is God really saying to us through this? Amen. Oh, forgot the one last thing. Jesus, miracle worker. Amen. Okay, Apostles' Creed. When everybody looks at the pastor, you know, and they're silent, you know that the pastor didn't do something. Can you get, I don't have a copy of it, I should really go back. Thank you. Let's rise and say the Apostles' Creed, affirm of faith in Christ Jesus, great miracle worker. I ask you as your pastor and teacher, what is it you believe? I
believe in the Holy Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, and in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, dead, and buried. He descended into hell. The third day he rose again from the dead, and he ascended into heaven, and sits at the right hand of God the Father. From there he will judge the living and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Christian Church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the